What's up, my randy dandies? Today we're going to learn how to use a shotgun the right way. Okay, so essentially today I have 5 tips for you on how to be good with a shotgun. The first tip is that you need to be able to kill somebody on the first hit. If you cannot hit somebody with a shotgun shell on the first shot, you're out of luck and your ass is probably going to be dead now anyway. So go into combat training or play with a group of friends and practice shooting the enemy on the first try. Now, another thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to always pop shot. Now, you can see in the kills that I've done thus far, every single one of them has been a pop shot. Now, what a pop shot is essentially when you quickly tap the left trigger before shooting, and this essentially allows you to have a more compact aim area. Now, you're going to quickly notice that when you pop shot, you're going to get a lot more kills than you do when you blind fire, because when you blind fire on this game, it spreads out a lot. You are going to get 50% less kills if you do not pop shot or aim down the sights. I've learned that over, the 1,000+ kills that I've gotten, and you guys are going to want to pop shot all the time. Now that you've learned how to pop shot, you're going to need to learn how to effectively use the cover. Now, to be able to use the cover effectively, you're going to need to be able to analyze a situation very quickly and determine whether you should fight, run, or use the cover. Now, in all the situations on your screen now, you can see that I choose to use the cover. Now, to use the cover, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a piece of cover that's between you and the enemy, as you can see here, and then throw a shock or a stun grenade to stun the enemy and then run up on them as quickly as possible and get them when your shotgun is at very close range. The third tip I have for you is to not be stupid. Think through everything and use everything that you have to your absolute advantage. Now, this could be using your pistol to kill an enemy that's out of range of both your shotgun and your shock charge, or using a UAV to its absolute potential. Now, with that being said, UAVs are going to be your absolute best friend while using a shotgun. Now, it's going to tell you how far away your enemies are and if they're right around the corner or not. If you're playing with a team, I would highly recommend that you have your teammates run UAV all the time if they want to do well and have you do well as well. The final 2 tips I have for you are on creating a class and the maps that you play on. I'm going to show you what class I recommend you use, as well as the class that I use, and the maps that I both recommend and don't recommend you play with a shotgun on. Contrary to popular belief, not all maps are created equal. In my experience, I've found that some maps are a lot better for shotguns than others, and the ones that are bad are typically the ones with long lines of sight. Now, the ones that I find that are good and probably will be good for you guys who are just starting out using shotguns are Cargo, Express, Hijacked, Meltdown, Overflow, Plaza, and Raid. I find that these maps have really good close quarters combat and that any long lines of sight are easily avoidable and can be taken in close quarters combat situations. You can avoid them in close quarters combat situations. Now, maps that are absolutely terrible, that I have found at least, for shotguns are Carrier, Drone, and Turbine. Now, I'm sure you guys probably know these maps and know that their lines of sight are absolutely massive, and I would not recommend using a shotgun on those maps at all. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this off with create a class. Now, you can see here that this is my class, and this is the class that I always use. Now, I always use the R870, or the R870, or whatever you want to call it, with gold camel that I just got yesterday, a long barrel, quick draw handle, the B23R as my secondary, my perks being lightweight, toughness, and extreme conditioning, and then my lethal grenade being a frag, and my tactical being shock charges. Now, since I realize all of you guys don't have all this stuff unlocked, let me quickly describe what I would recommend you guys use. Now, to begin, I would always recommend that you have on the long barrel. If you have it unlocked, there should never be a time when you're using a shotgun and you do not have a long barrel. Now, the second attachment doesn't really matter all that much until you unlock the quick draw handle, at which point I would recommend you use that. Now, up until you unlock that, you can either have no attachment, or you can just use the ones as you unlock them and as you see fit. Now, I would also recommend that you use the B23R, as I do, just because it's good for long range if you have somebody, say, sniping and you need to take care of them, and obviously you can't get close enough with your shotgun. Now, I also understand that all of you guys will not have shock charges unlocked, so I will recommend that you use a concussion grenade instead of that until you unlock the shock charges, and then use shock charges from there on out. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 5 tips on how to use a shotgun on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. If you did, I would really appreciate a like rating and a subscribe if you guys want to keep up to date with my channel. Also, if you guys could recommend later things you guys would like to see Black Ops related or anything like that, more tutorials, tips, whatever, that would be much appreciated, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace!